Good day everyone. In this video we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting fractions. And this well, there's a couple steps to it, but anyways, it's quite straightforward. Now, it all depends whether the denominator is the same or not. So when you have both bottom numbers, both denominators the same, all you have to do is add or subtract both numerators at top. So what you do in this case, you just say 1/4 plus 2/4 is 3/4. It'll be that simple, and it will be the same if you were subtracting it. Okay. Now the tricky part is if you had two different denominators. So say you had alright, let me think. Alright, so you had a half, then you have to add that with 2/5. Okay. Right, so how you do this, right, is you'd find the lowest common multiple, the LCM, which both numbers can divide into, both denominators can go into. Okay, so you have to choose the lowest number which 2 and 5 can go into, and there's no other number except for 10. So 10 in this case would be the LCM. So you change both these numbers into 10. So you times 2 by 5 to change it to 10, and you times 5 by 2. Okay, so both these numbers now become 10, both the bottom numbers. So we're going to make new fractions down here, but because you times the bottom number, you have to times the top number as well. That's the rule of fractions. Whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top, and whatever you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. So you have to times 1 by 5 to get 5 over 10, and then you times 2 by 2 because you times 5 by 2, so you have to times 2 and 2, get 4. Alright, and then you add it. So 5 plus 4 is 9 over 10. Okay. So let's practice another one. So say you had let me think of, okay, you had 2/3 plus 2/6. Alright, so again you'd find the lowest common multiple here, and in this case it would be 6, because 3 can go into 6 and 6 can go into itself. So you change both numbers into 6. So 6 at the bottom here. Alright, and since 6 goes into itself, you don't really have to change the 2. So this fraction stays the same. But in this case, since you times 3 by 2 to get 6, you also have to times 2 by 2. Alright. And 2 times 2 again is 4. So we've got 4 plus 2 is 6. And that 6 stays the same. Okay. And again, it would be the same case if you were subtracting. You'd still have to find the LCM and everything. Alright. And once you get any number over itself, so you got 6 over 6 or 2 over 2, it's the same as 1, which is a whole number. So you could just put that equals a big 1, which is, you know, a whole number. Alright. Well, yeah, that's the basics to it. You know, okay, actually, let's do a an example of subtracting one. Okay, so we'll do 5, 3, and for the bottom numbers I'll do 4 and 5. Why not? Okay, so again I have to find the LCM, and in this case the LCM would be 20. Well, I mean, finding the LCM can just be as simple as timesing both numbers, if you can see that they can't go into each other. So we change both denominators into 20. I'll put that down here, and again, to get 20 you have to times 4 by 5. Okay, so you also have to times 5 by 5 up here. So this becomes 25 down here. And since you times 5 by 4 to get 20, you have to times 3 by 4. Alright. So 3 times 4, that's 12. Oh, we're subtracting, not adding. So it would be 25 minus 12, and that would be 13. So 13 over 20. Okay, and that would be the final answer. Let me just circle these final answers. Yeah, so it's straightforward enough. You have to just make the denominators the same first before adding or subtracting. If they're already the same, then you don't have to do anything. You just add and subtract straight across. Alright, so that's all there is to it. You know, it takes a bit of practice to get used to it, and then and yeah, you know, it becomes simpler. Alright, so thanks for joining me, and remember to stay awesome.